everyone. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 8, and this is our ANZAC edition. So good on you, ANZACs. And on the lounge today, I've got Doom. He's always here. Well, he's on the table. Geltchy. Our good mate Steve.
Hey guys.
Steve Miller. And myself, Stu.
You've been smashing some shit this week, Stu.
No, your mate has. He didn't like my cup, mate. And as you said, he just went nuts and broke into his cupboards. And
he's going to have to pay for another one for next show.
Yeah, well, he's hassling me today, isn't he? You know, he's scratching and wants me to pat him. And
maybe he was a bit upset with you. Didn't visit him.
Something's going on. I didn't get to see him during the week. Is that what's wrong, mate?
Yeah, so anyway, we've got Steve here today. So you brought him along, Stu. Do you want to give us a bit of a intro with what's happening and what he's doing on the couch with us?
Steve's here today. He's a bit of a jack of all trades, this fella, but he's got his little music gig he has happening, and he's very popular around the coast and in other parts of Australia. So it's called the Steve Miller Experience, isn't it?
It's called Steve Miller and Friends. When I first played here, I started playing solo, then duo, then trio, and now I've got a 5-piece band. So I didn't want to change the name to a band because the Steve Miller name, I guess, had already got a little bit of traction with gigs we were doing. So it's Steve Miller and Friends. It's a Steve Miller trio. I don't like that because the other guys are just as important as me. So I'd rather change it, but it's too late now. So, it goes as a Steve Miller and band or Steve Miller trio, whatever it is.
Yeah,
but, the other guys are just as important as me, but their names aren't on the poster.
It works, mate. It works.
I've got a funny story about that, but I'll tell you about it later. The first time I played up here as Steve Miller, it was fairly funny.
I can imagine.
And what style of music do you play? And
mate, I play mostly covers, so I've got a handful of originals, but the covers it's just to say contemporary rock pulled back to basics in an acoustic version.
Oh, nice.
When I play solo and when I play duo, and it's a really broad cross section. So if people are at our gig and they are 23 years old or 63 years old, they can relate to nearly everything we do. Quite a few people have said after our gigs, have come up and said, that's a fantastic repertoire. And I try and keep away from the songs that got thrashed in the 80s, like we don't play Boys Light Up, we don't play Summer of 69, we don't play K-Sound, we don't play, all the huge songs. It's like, dude, if you want to listen to that, go home and bung your CD player on.
Turn the radio on.
So we try, we do John Mellencamp, John Fogerty, bit of David Gray, we do some live, we do some harder rock that we pull back into acoustic. Although when it's 5-piece, it's a full-on rock and roll show. I get a portable microphone and work my way through the crowd and see who wants to have a sing.
Really? Bit of karaoke.
Yeah.
Well, you'd be surprised how many people don't want to sing, but you'd be more surprised how many people actually do want to sing. And some people, you walk up to someone with a mic and it's like, dude, you're like actually a really good singer. So it's cool, man. I like to work the room and get out with a portable mic and get amongst the people, and it's almost like you're doing a gig in your lounge room. Beautiful. That's the key. Entertainment is the key. So the music's broad, right across probably 80s, 90s, a little bit more modern stuff, but songs people know that weren't necessarily top 10 hits.
Yeah.
But when they start singing it, they go, I love this song. So we try and find that type of stuff to put into our repertoire.
Yeah.
And you'd have a pretty good audience and appeal to a thing, wouldn't you?
Look, I think it's got better up here over the journey. Like I said, I started playing a bit of solo stuff up here, and that's not really my forte. Just sitting in the corner playing solo. Like I'm a singer, I'm an okay guitar player, but I'm an entertainer. So I like to actually put my guitar down and say to the rest of the guys in the band, see you when I get back.
Yeah.
Give me the portable mic.
Yeah.
I'm off. So it's hard for me just to sit on a stool and play solo because it's not what I do. I'm not a jukebox that sits in the corner of a wine bar. And with no disrespect to some fantastic musos that do that, but I can't just sit there while people are eating their dinner and play music. It's like entertain, and bring. I always call a gig my lounge room. So if I play Coolum Beach Hotel in the beach bar, that becomes my lounge room.
Yeah.
If people are in your lounge room, entertain them all like they're in your lounge room. Because if you've got 20 mates in your lounge room, you don't want to go, hey, you were shit, man, and they all walk out the door. You want it to be, you want people to buy into your room.
Yeah, and they do, mate. You pack it out, and everyone loves it.
We have fun, man. If you're not have fun, it's like, I think sport and music run parallel.
Yeah.
If you're not having fun doing it, people are looking at you going, that bloke looks bored.
Yeah.
And there's no interaction then between the musician or musicians and the audience. So I think it's an interactive thing for me.
I think so. I think for me, in recent times, I'd seen Mason Rack and 8 Ball Aiken.
Yep.
And that bluesy stuff's not my normal sort of music, but the entertainment value and the crowd interaction, it was really, really good.
Yep.
And they just get amongst it and
100%.
give it all, and it's just so, 100%.
So good. Mason Rack Band are good.
Yeah.
I don't know the guys personally, but I've seen them
Yeah.
a couple of times, and they're good.
Yeah.
They're good, and they,
Right.
like I say,
He gets around the room, he's bloody...
get amongst it. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And there's two, I suppose, you see a lot of young musos who are really good at their craft, and they'll be playing a gig and they finish a song and they're sort of looking down and they say thank you before they even finish the song. And it's like two things. No one's clapped yet, so why are you saying thank you? And B, you're not looking at the crowd. If you look at people's eyes and see who's interested in buying in, they're the people you want to connect with. So if you're a really young, talented muso and you're looking down when people are applauding what you do, work the room and look at what people are doing and appreciate that they're clapping you because they appreciate what you're listening to. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, true. That's there's some really good wisdom there for some of the younger bands.
I love watching young guys play. You know, and I'm not the messiah, but I mean, if you think you can give a tip to a young muso who's really good at what he does, like you go up to a guy and say, "Man, that was a great set," but just get some eye contact with the punters because they love you, but you don't know they love you because you're not looking at them.
Yeah.
So I think it works well.
And mate, your fitness regime, you know, you get you run around the crowd a bit. And how long ago was it now that you got into triathlons, buddy?
Well, I've been up here 8 years, and I've been doing triathlon 6.5 years. So I jumped in my car in Tassie, had a guitar, a stand-up paddleboard. Sorry, all you surfers out there that hate sup riders. A mountain bike and about 10 boxes of clothes and odds and ends. And I come up here and started doing, my pool cleaner guy was a runner, so I went and started doing some running, and then I met some other really good friends, and I said, come and do a swim at Mooloolaba, and then I bought a second-hand bike and did a triathlon. I had a panic attack in the first swim and thought, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done. By the end of the race, I couldn't wait for the next one. So music was my passion. Now triathlon's my passion, music's a hobby.
Yeah.
So I do both. I try not to do both on the one day because I did a triathlon one morning and then come and did a gig in the Arvo. And you get up and about once you're doing the gig, but it's not a great option doing a triathlon in the morning and doing a gig in the Arvo. So I've dropped that. So mate, I train 5 or 6 days a week, only for anywhere from 40 minutes to 3 hours doing my triathlon. Keeps me fit. I can chase my grandkids around the joint when I'm in Tasmania, and I don't want to be the old poppy that sits on the couch and can't get up. So I want to be poppy. The kids go, you want to come and go water skiing? It's like, yeah, I'll have the first go on the ski biscuit. So you just stay in good nick, and it can't be bad for you.
No, definitely.
The thought of a triathlon's enough to give me a panic attack, I think.
It's pretty good though.
We just want to get you back in the water, mate, let alone a triathlon.
Yeah, I need like 38-hour days or something, but that's another story at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it, Stu. I sort of try and blend the two, and I've got more bikes now than I have guitars, but they're both fun things. I think sport and music are very, very similar in your approach to them. If you love it, do it as best you can. You don't have to be the winner, but be as good as you can be.
Yeah.
And on a race day, on a triathlon day, I don't necessarily win every race I go in, but if I finish a race and go, I went as good as I can go today, I'm happy with that. And if I got beaten by better people.
Yeah.
If you're a muso, be as good as you can. Don't be mediocre and turn up and try and entertain a crowd, or a pub pays you to be mediocre. Mediocre is a shitty thing to be.
Yes.
No, that's an attitude.
Either be shit or be good.
good,
If you want to be mediocre, I'm not sure people buy into mediocrity.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Well, mate, I know you enjoy your triathletes. You've even been over to competed in Spain and stuff.
Yeah, went to Germany a couple of years ago and Spain last year. Good experience.
Yeah.
And the camaraderie, it's,
Brilliant.
I think, I don't to bore people, but I think I call it the best individual team sport there is, because when you're racing, there's nothing more individual than swimming, riding and running by yourself. Camaraderie around everyone doing it is fantastic. Whether you come first or 15th, everyone
Supporting you.
supports everyone because they all know, no matter where you come, it's hard.
Yeah.
Doing 3 sports is hard.
Yeah.
So it's the camaraderie around the sport, the support's just magnificent. But overseas, we went overseas and went to Croatia, and I had some good races in Spain. I finished 13th in one of the races in Spain, and I went as good as I can go. 12 blokes that beat me were better than me.
Yeah, beautiful.
But it was a great experience.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you've also been the carer of many beautiful surfboards getting into Tasmania
Yeah, mate,
for
the boys.
for the boys surfing shippies and stuff.
Yeah, look, the whole Cross boys, Jimmy and Tyler, and a few of the other boys like Marty Paradusis and Danny Griffiths and a few of the boys down there. I don't go surfing with them. They're take the sub out, mate. Nah, yeah, that'd be good at shippies.
I can see you backdooring that section and going.
Yeah,
over
I don't reckon. But it's they're good blokes, mate. They're just all down the line sort of blokes. They have fun and they're right on the edge of what they do, as you know. But good fellas. Yeah, my business was a logistics business and bought a lot of boards in for those guys over the journey, short boards, long boards, whatever they've been using. But became pretty good friends. I lived in a place called Dodgers Ferry, and most of the boys or the guys I know, all lived in that little area, that little seaside town. There's there's a park beach surf break there, and they run the Park Beach Board Riders Association, and they have comps there, Grom comps down there, and the guys that are a bit more gung ho, they're smashing it, and they're surfing some seriously good waves, you know. But when that Cape Fear was on, when that Red Bull thing was on it at Shippies, the Tassie boys reckoned that they needed it bigger so they could show their wares, and I think Jimmy was towing Tyler into the last wave, and he didn't make the last wave to win it.
Yeah.
But I reckon if it was 10 feet bigger, the Tassie boys would have went, bring it on. This is our bread and butter. But it's cool, you know. It's cool watching what those guys do. It's a magnificent thing they do, and they're balls to the wall all the time. You know, you take your hat off to them. It's scary stuff for your normal punter.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And that cold water, mate. Jeez.
They're clued up, mate. They've got the good suits and booties and hoods and gloves. They're laughing. Warm as toast.
Warm as toast. Awesome.
I did a sup comp down there once in middle of winter. I think it might still be going, and it was gaining a bit of momentum with Victorian guys and stuff coming in. And the water temperature was 11, and the air temperature was 6, and there was a little bit of snow on the little sand dunes. And they had the fire pits going, but when you're in the water, you actually wanted to stay in the water because the water was so much warmer to burn out.
Yeah.
But pretty chilly, but just picturesque waves, mint waves.
Can imagine,
Beautiful. So a bit of fun.
It'd be hard to imagine that living here, like.
Yeah, look, but I guess for you guys and you know a lot of the guys that surf here, surfers are a hardy bunch, and you'd see the shape of the wave and the clarity of the water, and you go, man, I don't care how cold it is.
Yeah.
I've got to be in that.
Yeah.
That's sort of how it is, I think.
Awesome.
It's pretty cool. Beautiful.
And where can people often get to see you? How do you promote your music, your gigs, where you're playing?
I only do it through my Instagram. So I've got like my Steve Miller Instagram and miller.music. But I don't actively, because it's now a hobby and triathlon's my passion, I don't actively target venues to play.
Yeah.
So if we're playing, word of mouth, Instagram, get out there and let people know. The gig we're doing the day after Anzac Day, that's a really cool community gig. Like it's one of the only gigs you pay to go to, but you can bring your own food and drink. So everyone from my street, all the neighbours, all of our friends, it's
the community comes out.
And the surplus money, we get paid a small amount, but the surplus money goes to the Friends of Yurumba, Save the Turtle Conservation and everything. So everyone comes, pays their $15. you end up with like 10, I just walk around and get free food all day because all the women bring their platters and all the good tucker, and you go to the pub and buy one beer, it costs you that much money.
Yeah, burgers now.
Yeah, so you pay that as a donation and bring all your own stuff, and it's a pretty social arvo. So I don't promote it hard. It's just, like I say, it's a hobby. People ring up, Coolum Beach Hotel, send me a message, Steve, you want to play this date? I send it out to the guys in the band and say, you guys are available on this date, and if they are, we lock in.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So surfing, Stu, what's been cracking there?
Well, we've had bells, and Miguel Pupo, he's got right up there. Him and his brother are on tour, and a bit like the Colapintos and all that, and he's back, Miguel's back, and he was ripping. He took it out.
Aussies didn't go too good this at Bells, did they?
No, we didn't have a great run, but
Quarterfinals they got to.
Anyway, it wasn't too bad, mate. And Gabriella Bryant took out the final for the women, so
Oh, nice.
yeah. Look,
Yeah, the waves looked a bit not Bellsy, some of the bits I caught, but I think towards the end they got a bit of swell and it got a bit better.
yeah, well, the day after the comp, it was
Of course.
10 foot and pumping, but
Yeah.
that's how it is. Everyone's moved over to Margaret River now, so that's the next instalment, and then we got the Goldie. So
Okay.
the Aussie league's fully well underway.
We've done well to have like that many events in Australia compared to other countries, especially with the new format
yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah. A good variety of waves there, so especially West Oz, you can surf Margaret's, you got the main break, and then if it's pumping, you go over to the box. So,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Can I tell you a story about West Australian surfing?
Yeah.
Sure can.
I'm an average surfer. I learnt to surf at Elephant Rock at the alley at Currumbin,
Yeah.
and went to West Australia. My dad was living there, and he said, "Hey, the boys will take you for a surf." So I went to Cowramup Bay,
Yeah.
and off I went with these guys, and they're thinking I'm a good surfer, and I've already said to them, "Look, I'm not great." So they went, "All right." So we jump in off the rocks in Cowramup, and we paddle out, and I'm at the back, and I'm thinking, geez, these waves look big, and these guys were like absolutely killing it. And I sat out the back, and it's like, I'm actually shitting myself here. I'm going to get killed here. So I waited, and they're all going, "Come on, man!" It's like, yeah, nah, I'm all right. I'm all right. And I caught a straight hander in, and got into the beach. And when they all got out of the water about half an hour later, and I was actually scared when I was going in. And when they go, they said, "What's the matter with you?" It's like, I learned to surf at the alley at Currumbin in about 1 metre. That is terrifying me. And it was big, down that Margaret River sort of location.
They get the big raw ocean swell.
Mate, honestly, it was mega scary for me, and I didn't mind admitting to it, to the boys afterwards. It's like, that was I was shitting myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my story
Fair
about
enough.
surfing in West Australia.
That's a good story.
Won't win any competitions.
Interesting.
Fresh off the press.
Yeah, well, being ANZAC Day, I've often done an ANZAC-inspired stuff, released some merch.
Give us a look at your wares this year.
For me, it's a bit of a take it or leave it thing. There's always haters and you cop a bit of shit about stuff, but you can catch that up on my Facebook and that and see my response to, more than likely, as my Vietnam veteran father used to call them, pogos.
Yep.
But anyway, that's their thing. So this episode, we've got some ANZAC stuff. This is the skull design, which was actually inspired by my dad, which was going to be a tattoo that I was going to get. And it actually features writing by the text is by Not Josh. You'll find him on Instagram. That's a bit of a mash-up for this year, and that's a women's shirt. So, and there's a couple of designs up on there. Then I've done this one, bit more formally looking version here with the we will remember them thing once again. That's a men's shirt.
Great designs there, Geltchy.
Yeah, and then we've got mugs as well. There's actually, I'm not sure, there's actually quite a few products in the ANZAC range in this episode. If you put in the code LTF 2026, you'll get 20% off them for the duration of this episode.
LTF 2026.
People might not take my take on the ANZAC stuff, but growing up in a household as a child with a Vietnam veteran, with a government that done nothing for, well, not a lot for veterans, and even more so, like, I actually come to appreciate my father a lot more after his passing. Growing up and that, you know, I really didn't like it. This time of the year was like torturous for the family. And the one thing I keep searching for is an organisation that actually does something to support children of veterans. They're probably the most overlooked cohort. I look back, you know, I'm not young anymore, but in my younger years, anxiety, other struggles and that, a lot of that came down to the environment and them not being able to deal with, you know, they saw shit that we can't even imagine. They never really spoke about it. They bottled it up. There'd be overdoses on pills, trip to the hospitals, all this stuff. And as teenager and a younger person being exposed to that, you know, looking back now with what I do and that, it's I think it really affected me for a lot of my life. And so to anyone who has a problem with a skull on the thing, all I'm going to say is up yours, move on and get something else more generic. It is a personal thing for me. And the closest I've ever come to actually understanding Vietnam is actually the Alice in Chains song Rooster. So you want to try and get a little bit of understanding. Listen to the lyrics in that song.
Well, I know, and you do, we know quite a few veterans, and they like your gear, mate. So
it's just you always get the person, you know, where's the profits going, where's this going? Like I said, if I don't make much money, most of this is a labour of love. And if there's an organisation that does something for children of veterans, talk to me. I'll give a percentage of every sale. Right now, that is the one ANZAC service type thing
that you'd like to support.
I'd love to support.
Good point. That's a good point.
It's just so overlooked.
I was just about to say,
like, even
a lot of these things just aren't thought of. You know?
No, but like someone that served in the war can marry someone, be with them 2 years or less. The government throws stuff at them as being the spouse of a thing. But like, what's there for the impressionable younger people growing up? There's nothing. It's like bad luck. And it's just something that it's always been in the back of my mind. I'm always looking. I do have quite a few good veterans. There's actually a Vietnam veteran in Western Australia bought a sign or something off me a couple of years ago and wrote to me, and I actually gave him my artwork to get done as a wrap to go on the back of his FJ Ute.
That's awesome.
And I done that for free because you know, I'm passionate about this stuff, and it's just I just love to see it. And you know, like we've had all these other conflicts and stuff like that, and honestly don't think anything's improved for the younger people.
Probably not.
And for the next generation, you know, even my children, they never really got to know my dad or much of that, just because of, you know, the mental health, the struggles and that he went through, the alcoholism and stuff. And yeah, them next generations, they just miss out on so much. And that's and in saying that, Dad, wherever you are, much respect, you know. I wish I told you that when you were alive, but these last 10 years I've really come to appreciate, especially the good you've done.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll leave that at that. You can get all that on geltchy.com.au.
Beautiful. What was the code again? SLL 26.
LWF 2026. So think of lest we forget 2026, yeah.
Rightio. Let's move on.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's just something pretty
it's all right,
passionate
mate.
about.
It's good.
Yeah, cool, mate.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Music picks.
Okay, where do you want to start?
Go down that end of the couch.
Got a song you'd like to, something you've been listening to a bit lately you want to share with us to put on our...
Look, I'm a bit old school, man. I don't, there's not a massive amount of good music coming out. Yeah, like I'm a dirty old rock and roller. Give me a 5-piece band with 2 guitarists, a bass player, a drummer and a singer.
Bit of
It's
hackadacka.
rock and roll. Well, anything, I'll go back. Look, to me, the best rock and roll singers, and it's open to argument. You go back into the 70s and the 80s, and the hard bands back then, your Deep Purples, your Black Sabbath, all of those bands, you listen to the vocalists in those bands, no one sings like that anymore.
Nope.
John Farnham probably had the best voice ever in Australia, but contemporary pop. And then you've got like Guy Sebastian, best voice you've ever heard, but it's not the music. I love him, but I don't often hear new bands on the radio that are playing rock and roll music, probably because the younger guys around the joint that are playing in their bands trying to, do their craft, show their craft locally, don't get supported.
Yeah.
Triple J might pick them up on Unearthed, which is good, but there's a lot of stuff not getting played because commercial radio stations are paid to play Taylor Swift every 8th song on rotate. So what am I listening to? I go onto YouTube and I find stuff that I go, I've never seen that before, and it's usually probably a duet or a band from way back that are playing something live nowadays.
Yep.
And it's like, what a great version of that. Like I played Mark Knopfler the other night, and it was just a couple of old Mark Knopfler tunes, but you listen to the way he plays guitar and it's like,
Magic.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Make the hairs on your neck stand up. I do like listening to Five Finger Death Punch.
Yep.
Yep.
They
Great
play some
band.
great tunes. Bad Company's a great song. They do a great version of Kenny Wayne Shepherd's Blue on Black.
Yep.
They're fantastic. So, they've got to give them a decent crank in the stereo. So I like listening to those guys. So if I'm going down a particular genre, they hit the spot, I reckon.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Geltchy?
Bit of a polar opposite to Steve today.
Geez, you're usually the heavy man here.
It is... this is a bit in between. Enter Shikari, who I was fortunate enough to catch them at Good Things a while back, and they really, really stood out. They've just dropped a new album called Lose Yourself, new song out called Lose Yourself, which is my pick.
Yep.
And as a bonus, they're actually playing in Coolum in May. These guys are from the UK. So they're bringing their sort of alt-rock, post-hardcore, electronicore, really like we spoke about last time, crossover. So like some of their rocks are pretty much like hardcore, but then there's real 9 Inch Nails sort of electronic down to softer stuff. It's sort of the new breed, we discussed with the boys from Thank You Please.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
so, if it's not sold out, you can get a ticket.
Where are they at?
Black Flag Brewing in May.
cool.
So, and big props to Black Flag, they're doing their best to fill a void as well,
Cool.
along with Liam from Norton Music Factory now, that live music sort of doesn't really exist on the sunny coast other than them few places. And then to top it off, amongst our complaints, got a message last night from a guy from Cairns saying, you guys think yous have got it bad. For me to see a decent live band, it costs me over $1,000 by the time I get a flight to Brizzy, and that there's just nothing. So Australia, support live music.
Well, 28 Days are doing their 30 reunion tour, and that's sold out.
Good stuff.
Every state they're going to is sold out, and it went like that.
It's funny stuff for people. I hate age and all that, but say in our age and that. I went and seen baby animals a couple of weeks back with Disgraceland.
That was at Kings Beach, yeah.
Packed.
Yeah.
But I think the generation below us, everything's too fast and in their face. It's just too hard to go see a live gig. But the ones that get off their backside and go there,
Yep, love it.
they love it.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I just don't know. They just don't know what they're missing out on. Yeah, so...
All right, well, my pick is I'm going the old original Pennywise Bro hymn.
Yes.
And we've just lost a pretty good mate, one of the founding members of Yurumba Board Riders, Matty Hill.
Yeah.
The Grills. And, yeah, that one goes out to him.
That cuts deep.
Yeah. And, yeah, the Bro hymn means a bit, so... Good on you, Grills.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about you, your family,
Yeah.
and then the local community as well.
Yeah, look after each other. You need to shout out.
Yeah.
Phones and doors are always open, so
And that's it. That's it, yeah.
look after each other.
Okay, so the shittest 100. We're getting down to what was going to be the pointy end. Next episode, we are going to draw a winner.
Next out.
But that's the entree, I've decided.
Wow, here we go. He's changing the rules, everyone.
What's happening?
So someone is still going to get the shirt and the stuff we spoke about next episode for voting in the shittest 100. We do have the 100. There's a playlist.
Yep.
And you'd be surprised how many plays it gets. It's going good. But I want to see a lot more votes, a lot more interest in it. We've been doing a few mashups, which we've got to mention. The Sunday Shit Show's finally grown some balls and started its own Instagram page.
Sure has.
Which is _Sunday_Shit Show.
Yep.
And we're getting all the tracks and that up onto there. So if you love Britney, instead of having a tiff with Eminem, actually mixing their songs together and jump on, give us a comment, give us a like.
Bloody funny.
But we're going to run this playlist and that till the end of the year. Then we're going to do a really good secondary prize pack as well. So
Look at, he's on the move.
So yeah, so that's it with the shittest 100. Jump on the SundayShitShow.com, get in there and vote.
Yep.
So
Vote for the song you hate.
you hate.
Get it in there. And you can vote multiple times. So if there's songs on there you like, vote for other songs so they don't end up in the shitter.
Regardless, all 100 that are currently there are going on the back of a shirt.
Yeah.
So you can wear that loud and proud.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, and there'll be limited edition shirts available, but the winner will get a free one.
That's it. So
In the
one
shit
lucky
sack.
person that's already voted will get their name drawn and they'll get one of them shirts.
Doom, you got more malt coming off you than, I don't know, there's fur going everywhere here, mate. It's up my nose, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. Shout-outs.
You're looking at me.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the people that are there, that answer their phone when people need a chat, when times are tough. I think it's so needed and it doesn't take too much effort, but it can make a huge difference. So I'm just going to leave that as my shout out and just prompt. Be there for your mates and others.
Yep. Good shout-out. Steve-O?
I actually thought about this, Stu, because when you said to me, we do a shout-out, it's sort of important, to me, important that it resonates with some people. So I was sort of going down that path to a degree, but I want to do a forward shout-out, like sort of pay it forward to anybody that walks past a homeless person.
Yes.
And says, hey man, can I buy you a coffee? I offered a bloke some money one day and he got insulted. I don't want your money, man. So and he got insulted and I said, can I buy you coffee and a donut? And he went, yeah, man, I'll have 3 sugars in it. So fuck.
Yep.
So shout out to anyone that's listening. If you walk past, and I I've done a little bit of work in that space. And, you know, you might see a homeless person. If you talk to them, you might be the only person in the whole day that talks to them.
Yeah, you make their day.
You could be the only person, and they might tell you to piss off, but at the end of the day, if a coffee costs you $6, I'm going to do a shout out to anybody that hears me say this that goes, there's a homeless person there because of that bloke on the Sunday Shit Show. I'm going to see if he wants a coffee.
I'm all for that.
And
$6, man.
Yeah.
Spending a lot of time in Nambour with my work. It is, you know, it didn't just happen overnight, but these people are there because of circumstances. You see them get moved on, and you know, occasionally you get to chat to one of them, and they have a story, and you'd be surprised the backgrounds they've come from.
100%.
Like people look down upon them.
Yeah.
No,
Shouldn't do that.
No.
There was a show on SBS quite a while ago called Filthy Rich and Homeless, and it was like wealthy, well-known people, and they had to go and sleep rough. They turned up, handed in all their shit, and a bloke, I think he might have been the deputy mayor of Melbourne, he walked past the guy. No, he was on the street, and a guy stepped over him, and he heard the money jingling in his pocket, right? And then when they interviewed him, he said, that guy that walked past me with the money jingling in my pocket, when he walked past me, I thought to myself, shit, that was me. That was me that just walked past me. He said, because I'm normally the guy that walks past the homeless dude with money jingling in my pocket.
Yeah.
And you don't know their story, and not everybody's just a loser that lives on the street.
No.
So they've got a story. They might not want to talk to you, but like I said, you might be the only person that talks to them that day. Buy them a coffee. Costs you fuck all to buy them a coffee.
Why is a older person that's no longer with us actually changed my attitude probably 15 years ago? I used to work my ass off managing factories, doing that stuff. You know, had the big house, had whatever. And there's no happiness in that because I was always like, I've worked so hard for that, it's mine. He said to me one day, he's like, put your hand out like that. You're holding your money in your hand like that. Yeah, that's yours. But you open it like that and share it, you can also get more back.
Yep.
Cool.
And it's not about you getting more back.
No.
It's just that attitude shift, and that changed
It's huge.
like my attitude, and that's what you're saying really resonates with me because that's
100%.
that's heavy.
Yeah.
What about you, Stu?
Well, being our ANZAC show, I'm going to give a shout out to all our servicemen and women.
Yeah.
That you know, put their necks on the line for all of us. So good on you, crew. Big shout out to all of you people and all the people that are veterans as well, you know, that have served for us. So not just the people there at the moment, but the people that have been there for us as well.
And even that resonates with what Steve said as well, because
100%.
you'd be amazed how many homeless people have come from
That
being in the army,
and dealing with stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Everyone's got a backstory.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So before we go, I believe you got a song for us, Steve.
Well, it might not resonate with all your people because we're talking about Pennywise and, you know, different like sort of heavier bands. I like to play this song if it's all right because I wrote it to my mum. Backstory to the song, 30 seconds. My mum had me when she was 15 and a half.
Yep.
One side of the family said, yep, you can have him. The other side of the family said, yeah, nah, you probably should get rid of him. So, and through the journey, the song, it's about my mum. It's called Mama, and it's about my life pretty much, even the bit where the coppers came around when, you know, knocking on the door at 3 a.m. to take the old man away. So it's my story in 3.5 minutes. I always dedicate it to my mum, who's alive and well. And, I play at gigs and it makes me think about my mum. And if you don't like it, just turn off and go, I don't like that. So it's
out of the show.
A 3-minute, 20-second interlude about life growing up in Tasmania.
That's it.
Grew up on an island. We were poor from our first day. My mama was a baby. She loved it just the same. My daddy was a wild boy. The trouble was his favorite game. Life became a drama, right before the policeman came, yeah. My mama wasn't there with the baby. She rocked my cradle like a little girl. My mama wasn't there with the baby. Best damn mama in the whole wide world. My mama wasn't there with the baby. She rubbed my head so I could go to sleep. My mother wasn't there with the baby. She found a world they said she couldn't keep. One woman, 3 kids and a dog. Well, all she ever knew. My daddy did the best he could, but he couldn't see it through. Moving from house to house, same thing with all my schools. My mama tried to dress us nice. I never thought that I looked cool, yeah. My mama wasn't there with the baby. She rocked my cradle like a little girl. My mama wasn't there with the baby. The best damn mama in the whole wide world. My mama wasn't there with the baby. She rubbed my head so I could go to sleep. My mama wasn't there with the baby. She found a world they said she couldn't keep. Ooh, now my mama's getting much older. I still feel like a little boy. Grown up so strong together. A smile still brings me joy, yeah. Oh yeah, best damn mama, yeah. In the whole wide world, my mother wasn't there with the baby. She rocked my cradle like a little girl. My mother wasn't there with the baby. The best damn mama in the whole wide world. My mother wasn't there with the baby. She rubbed my head so I could go to sleep. My mother wasn't there with the baby. She found a world that she couldn't keep. Love you, Mum.
So good.
Awesome, buddy.
All right.
That'll resonate with a lot of people.
Yeah. So, if you want to get on the good shit,
Get on the Sunday Shit Show. Thanks for coming,
Woo.
Steve-O.
Thanks,
yeah,
boys.
thanks, Stu.
Thank you.